All right, I am coming to you with another portion from my Sefer Chayinu, a Chassidic story. It is titled Prayer That Leads to Action. In Vilich, there lived a Melamed by the name Reb Yisrael Dov. He was a maskil and an oved, whose davening almost every day was prolonged and meditative, and both tuneful and tearful. Sometimes his davening was so loud that it shook up the people around him. By nature, he was a jolly fellow who would often say, a chassid is always doing fine. If he has what he needs, he's happy. If he hasn't got what he needs, he's happy then too. Reb Yisrael Dov had studied under Reb Moshe Dov of Lich, who was one of the Chassidim who remembered having seen the Mitzvah Rebbe. Most of his life, his bond was with the Tzemach Tzedek, later with my great-uncle, the Tzaddik known as the Maharil, and yet later with the Rebbe Maharash. Reb Moshe Dov was highly reputed among Chassidim as a man who had a mastery of Chassidus, who took his avodah seriously, and who had refined his character by sheer hard work. He used to say, whoever wants to earn must work hard. And at a Farbrengen, this is what he used to say when he came to the subject of refining one's character traits. People say, even flay carcasses in the marketplace, but don't make yourself dependent on others. Gross character traits are like a carcass. Don't touch them with your hands. Just shake them off like you shake off mud that is stuck to your slippers. That's the meaning of the message. Flay carcasses in the marketplace. And if you don't do it yourself, others will do it for you. And that's the meaning. That's the warning. Don't make yourself dependent on others. If you don't cast off your carcass, your gross character traits yourself, you'll have to become dependent on others to do it for you. One day, this Reb Moshe Dov said to Reb Yisrael Dov, I don't know what's doing with you. You toil and toil, you study and you daven, you are aroused as you sing, you clap with your hands and stamp with your feet, yet at the end of the day you're still at first base. The same man you were yesterday and the day before. When we were young men, we didn't give in until every resolve made during a session of davening was translated into a practical action. I knew Reb Yisrael Dov had heard his davening. The last time I heard him, I was about 12 years old. Yet, even today, thank God, I remember that sight in the little minyan where he used to daven. How, with his singing and his tears, he poured out his soul.